Your Olympic hero has arrived. It's true, it's true.
You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another DVD collection update. Today we're starting out with not a DVD, but a CD of Crank Yankers' The Best Uncensored Prank Calls, Volume 3. I do not have Volume 1 or 2, I bought 3 because it had Niles on it, and Niles is my favorite character. However, unfortunately, there was only one Niles call, and not even one of my favorite ones. These are all calls from the show as well, unfortunately, so there's not anything really exclusive to this. They're all on the DVDs I already have. Nevertheless, it is still good to have for the car, I suppose. We have Hadassah and Bertram on the back as well. There's the disc itself, and as you can see on the back, it has the same disclaimer that's always at the beginning of Crank Yankers. And inside the booklet, we actually do have some stills from the show itself. And then if we fold it out even more, you can see a good panorama of the characters. Then, of course, there's this other insert that has ads for other stuff from Comedy Central, and some actual ads for Volume 1 and 2, which again I do not have. I think my favorite call on this set is the Bobby Fletcher one, where he hits a pedestrian while he's driving. That's a good one. I liked it in the show as well. Now cluck like a chicken. Bark, 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 bark. Yeah, that's what this is. I'm going to very quickly show the back of this one. And the disc itself. I bought this because I needed to see this with the dub so I could hear Dan Green telling chicks to cluck like a chicken and then saying cock-a-doodle-did. Good stuff. Like, obviously I've heard that dialogue plenty of times online before, but I haven't actually seen the visuals, so we'll see how that turns out. Next up, jumping back into Bootman Bill's collection, we got more Shin-Chan. Shin-Chan the Movie 26, Bakumuri, Kung Fu Boys, Ramen Tyran. There's the back of the case on that. You know, someone recently commented on one of my Malaysian bootlegs videos, right? Saying, how are these bootlegs? These are what they buy in the stores there. And I know that's true. But I don't know if they're officially licensed. That's the thing. I think Malaysia has looser copyright laws. I'm not 100% sure on that. I could be completely wrong and ignorant of that. But there are a lot of things about these particular sets. Not necessarily these ones. This is one of the nicer ones, but there's some especially that are really fishy. But it is my understanding that in Malaysia, you could literally just walk into a Speedy Video store and buy this totally fine. But since it is Speedy Video that is like one of their biggest video outlets, Speedy itself has already done a lot of questionable things in the past, like the Speedy Dub, which is questionably unofficial, to say the least. Like, it's kind of official, but also not. So, anyway, just a random tangent with that. Next up, we're back to my collection. This is That's My Bush, which is a sitcom created by Matt Stone and Trey Parker about George W. Bush, because that's clearly going to be relevant now. Totally. This case is in much worse condition than I expected, so there's that. But yeah, anyway, there's the back of the case there. There's the first inner case. As you can see, the back of that is blank. For some reason, the disc is on this side instead of this side. It's a little confusing, but whatever. But yeah, this is the only Trey Parker show I've yet to see, so there you go. I obviously haven't seen the Book of Mormon either, but that is a play, so that's the only reason I haven't seen that. But I've seen all of his movies, plus South Park, obviously. Although I still need to watch the Pandemic special, so I should probably get on that. But yeah, we'll see how this holds up. I don't think a show about George W. Bush is going to be the most topical now, because obviously the man hasn't been in office for at least a decade. And this is, was made this show was made in 2001, so almost 2 decades ago. And, George W. Bush hasn't been in office for, for 12 years, so, there's that. Here's the insert. Everything in this case seems to have suffered from some sort of water damage. I don't know, I ordered it on eBay, and again, the case is way more beat up than I had expected, but whatever. There's the other side of that insert, and the inside of it, and the rest of it. Next up, we have American Dad Volume 3. I already had Volume 1 and 2, so I got Volume 3 now. As with the first two, this is in one of the bigger cases with the multiple cases inside of it. There's the back of that. There's the spine. Here's Case 1. There's the back of Case 1. And there's Disc 1 itself. Here's Case 2. There's the back of Case 2. And Disc 2 itself. Here's Case 3. There's the back of Case 3. And Disc 3 itself. Next up, we have American Dad Volume 6. I actually bought it in a bundle with Volume 3, which is why I got 3 and 6 rather than 4. As you can see, this 6 is one of the smaller cases rather than the bigger ones. There's Disc 1 and an insert. There's what's behind the insert. There's what's on the other side of the insert. Here's Disc 2 and Disc 3. And there's the art behind Disc 3. Next up, we have Ammon, Apocalypse of Devilman, which is the third Devilman OVA. This is the Japanese DVD, as I don't think it had a US release. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I haven't been able to find one if it did. But yeah, this is the third Devilman OVA. It was done by a different studio than the first two, and is based off a spin-off manga rather than the actual manga. Although the first two OVAs are actually based off the novels, which are in turn based off the manga. So, I mean, that's kind of complicated if you think about it anyway. There's the disc itself. One thing I do want to point out, though, is this disc looks like it might have some problems. I'll have to test it out. But, like, look at that. Right there. That weird discoloration there. I don't know what that's all about, so that's a little disheartening. So, hopefully, it still works without any problems. But, regardless, there it is.
What a grand adventure this has been. God bless us, everyone.